I did 30 days of NoFap straight, and what I experienced isn't what you would expect. I myself had a lot of problems with pornography and wasn't really able to get out of it. I got into contact with it very early on, when I was 9 years old to be exact, and since then I wasn't really able to get out of it. It was taking over my life and even my emotions, so that most of the day I couldn't even do anything productive because all of my energy was just sapped out because of that activity. And that is why I decided to do the NoFap challenge for 30 days straight. This would even be the longest streak that I would have since the last 7 years. So yeah, I did my research, I did take some precautions and search for how I could make it easier myself. But, let's get over to the videos that I did while I was on that challenge and see how it went for me. So, the first day of NoFap is done and it was a hard fucking day. No pun intended. Let's just start with the beginning. When I read the book, I was constantly thinking about nothing else, and it made reading the book itself very hard because I couldn't focus. But then it just went worse when I don't watch a lot of shorts, maybe 5 or 6 minutes per day, but damn, I have never seen so many half-naked females in my life. And it was very hard. I did everything, I even prepared myself with safe search and all that stuff, and I got through it. I kept myself together, I had the discipline, I kept myself mostly off the internet. If I worked at my computer, then I did for video editing or some other stuff. And in general, I had a very good plan with my list and all the stuff that I had to do, so that I was mostly distracted from it, but it was very fucking hard. So, today the second day of the NoFap challenge finished, and it was a not stressful day, but it was very busy. I mean, my schedule was just filled, I just released the video how to socialize with people. I probably changed the title a bit so it's different, but you know which video I mean. And the first 6 hours that I was awake, I was just editing. That's not even a joke, I was straight up just editing so that I could release the video on time today. I did. And yeah, so my day was pretty busy. Every minute I was occupied with another task or something that I had to do. And I just had one occasion where I thought of porn, and it was just 1 minute, because right after I was occupied with something else. So I was very distracted today. I was working and thereby distracted by porn, and yeah, so today was pretty easy. I realized that the tactic of being distracted is very good if you want to keep this challenge going, But tomorrow I have a little bit of fear because I have a more flexible day. Obviously have to do a lot of tasks, but I can choose at which time I do them, so yeah. That's probably not gonna be as easy as today, but hey, we'll see. Anyway, I'm tired. This day was easy, I hope tomorrow is the same. So, today the third day of the NoFap challenge is done, and as I said, my schedule being more free isn't good. I had more moments where I thought of it, because I was more freely, I had the exact moment where I had to think about what to do next, because I didn't follow my own tips. Anyway, so I'll try to make my schedule more tight tomorrow, so that I don't have a lot of these moments, because today it was penetrant, to be fair. I had a lot of moments where I thought of it, I just got into a task and I forgot about it in the next 5 minutes. But yeah, it was a bit harder, so as I said, I will make my schedule more tight, and yeah, see you on the 5th day. So, today the 5th day of the NoFap challenge is done, and today was very easy. But let's start with the 4th day. The 4th day was like the other days. I just had some occasions where I thought of it, when I wasn't distracted by work or anything else, and yeah. But the temptation wasn't high enough, but I was very motivated, I have to say. I didn't do much because I did some other things with my family and whatnot, but I was very motivated on that day. Today, I wasn't motivated actually. Woke up, Didn't have good sleep, but you know, I got work done. I just sat myself onto the table, onto the computer and worked, and yeah, it worked well. And I didn't have any occasions of thinking of porn until like 18, so 6 p.m. when I read the book, just once, and that was it. So today I just had one temptation and that was it. So yeah, today was pretty chill. I wasn't that motivated. I hope that changes tomorrow. Oh yeah, see you on day 10. So, the 10th day of the NoFap challenge is over, and as you can see, I'm back home. Home sweet home. So anyway, let's go through the last 5 days. The 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th day were pretty easy. You know, I was just busy editing the video, writing the script, making the thumbnails. In general, I was just busy making YouTube. So I was very distracted from everything. You know, I was able to do a lot of my habits, to do all of them mostly. Got back into my routine kind of more than before that. And yeah, I have to say these days were just perfect. Through all of the days, I maybe just thought about it twice or 3 times. So yeah, that's a big W. Anyway, so yeah, now that I'm back home, I'm going to get even more into my old structure back, which is just full on working. So I think that the next 20 days will be very easy, but we'll see. So, see you on day 20. So, today is actually the 21st morning of the NoFap challenge because yesterday I forgot to make a video. Anyway, the last 10 days were, simply said, pretty easy. I mean, as I said, I got back into my routine, I'm back at home, everything is back to normal, as I would say, and yeah, I was distracted all of the time, not even 1 minute of free time, to be honest. School has started and I had to work on the YouTube channel and obviously on the self-improvement activities, so I was distracted the whole time. And even when I had little bursts of free time, I didn't have much opportunities to think about porn. But when I did, and I had strong desires, it was very easy to fight them off. One thing that I realized one day is that when I once had a strong desire, I just go onto the ground, did 20 push-ups, and then it was almost gone. Fighting it off afterwards was pretty easy. So yeah, I think I'll use that tactic in the future as well. But yeah, as I said, simple, easy 10 days. I think the next 10 days will be the same. So yeah, the challenge is likely to be over. But see you on day 30. So guys, I'm finally done. It's day 30 and it's over. You don't know how happy I am. First of all, because some days I forgot which day I was on. And when I remembered it, I thought like, oh man, when is it going to stop? But today it's finally over. This is honestly and sadly the longest run that I ever had in my life. But I think that this was the step that I needed to ultimately free myself from porn. Like, as I said, I didn't even think of it on most days. I forgot about it. I was just distracted with working on the videos and on a very special project that maybe will be out when this video comes out. But, well, I was just distracted. I didn't even have time to think of it, and obviously, like, the desire for it just went down. I realized that when I was on social media, that even the thumbnails, you know, this clickbaity thumbnails, right? I've done one myself. Yes, I'm guilty of that. Anyway, where the two, you know, where women are showing off their body, and these thumbnails didn't trigger me anymore. You know, back in the day, I saw 2 or 3 of these thumbnails and it was done. I was on day 0. But, like, I don't even really recognize them anymore. You know, I'm just glancing through these like it's nothing. So yeah, I definitely can see the benefits of the 30 days straight of NoFap. And it's definitely gonna go on. Like, the last 15 days were pretty easy. The hardest days were obviously the first days where you're still kind of in the mode. But after that it gets easier and easier, right? Yeah. that's it for the 30-day challenge. It's been a lot of fun. I've got a lot of new experiences, and yeah, I definitely want to do that again. See you next time.
Psych!
So, this was my 30-day NoFap challenge, and what I experienced is, first of all, that the first days are pretty f***ing hard. I mean, I was on self-improvement for around about half a year back then, and if I had all these desires that I had before self-improvement, I mean playing video games, eating fast food, or generally just getting rid of my valuable time by watching content that is not even giving me any knowledge. If I wouldn't have gotten these desires into place and wouldn't have developed the discipline that I had, this challenge would have simply been impossible to do. But as I said, half a year in, I had a lot of discipline. Well, a lot, but I had developed discipline which I could then use from other areas to use in this NoFap challenge, and it definitely helped me to go forward. Because the sexual desire and the desire to masturbate is much bigger than all of the other desires that I had to fight through, like fast food and video games. These were simpler for me to just get rid of, but this was another level, because at this point, I've been doing nothing else for the last 7 years except pornography and masturbation. To get rid of this was actually a big step for me, which is also why I decided to make that challenge, and it was definitely a success. And it also was such a big success because I was just preoccupied on work that I had to do. I mean, I had no time to even think of porn or any minute to spare to think of what I have to do next, and especially in these moments where you don't know what to do, your brain will simply just go to the simplest thing and the most fun thing that it can do. And in this case, for me, it was definitely pornography. But without these thoughts, with just me being occupied, being focused on something else, I was able to just get through NoFap like it was nothing. I mean, as I said, the first few days were pretty hard actually, and I needed to use a lot of my willpower and discipline to go through them. But as I said, after day 10 or so, the rest of the challenge was pretty easy. Like in one video where I said that I had a thought and desire to look at pornography, I just instantly got to work, got onto a challenge and put my whole focus on it, and therefore forgot about the desire in like 5 minutes or so. And I would definitely advise you to do that as well. I mean, just make a plan for your day, plan your whole day out, and I mean every minute of it. And then just focus on these tasks so that your mind won't wander to these useless and energy-wasting activities. And we've also seen the negative side of what happens when you don't plan out your full day. I mean, in one video I even said that I had fear of the next day because it was more flexible. And as you saw, as you heard, the next day wasn't good. I wasted a lot of time, I was constantly distracted by porn. I was able to work through it because of my willpower and discipline, but I wasn't able to get as much work done as supposedly in the weeks where my full focus was just on work. So, you have to plan your full day out so that you don't even have 1 minute to think about anything else. It is truly amazing what planning out your full day does to you, and therefore you just move like a machine, which for most people sounds pretty bad, but for me this is how I want to live and is what my perfect day looks like. And as you saw in the videos, my NoFap challenge was therefore so much easier because I was just automated and moving without even thinking about anything, that I didn't even have these desires to just quickly look at porn. What was also a very good tactic was exercising. In the one video I said that you just get down on the ground and do some push-ups to get rid of the erection, and that is true, but that alone won't get rid of the whole desire that you have. You have to combine this tactic with getting rid of the emotional desire. What I've learned from Hamza is that you can do that by thinking of the happiest moment that you can think of. Think of a moment where you have laughed so much that your chest has literally hurt because you had to laugh so much. It was probably with your friends, family, or someone else, but if you think of it, at least for me, I have to instantly just smile a bit because this moment was just so beautiful. And what Brian Tracy has also thought in his book No Excuses, which I talked about in the last video, is that you cannot have negative and positive thoughts in your head at the same time. So what that means is that if you implant positive thoughts in your head, then the negative thoughts will just go away. And guess what goes under these negative thoughts? The desire for pornography. You can also use this for every other desire that you have. Video games, fast food, hanging around doing nothing, sleeping too much, or any bad desire that you have. And I will tell you that this will 100% work. At least it did for me. But to conclude, the best effects from this NoFap challenge is that my brain just got rewired, and that all of these random thoughts that you sometimes have, which, get you to look at porn just for a short amount of time because nothing will happen, right? These thoughts just go away because, as I said, your brain just gets rewired and forgets about the desire of looking at porn. And I especially sensed that after the 50th day or so, that these thoughts will just massively going away, and that throughout the day I just thought about it once or twice. What was also bettered is my work output and the time that I needed to put into something to get it done. I mean, I was just able to take that focus and the energy that I would normally put into porn for like 10 to 30 minutes, take it out of there and use it to put this into my work, and my work output just doubled and tripled. It was amazing. The work that I was getting done in this week was truly better than the last month before that. And it was amazing. Like, lots of people say that you should take this energy, channel it, and then put it into your work. And this is exactly what I was able to do. And therefore my work in this week especially, or weeks especially, was truly amazing. It sounds mad, but your brain is actually getting f***ed over by all of the pornography that's in the internet. I mean, just look at YouTube and all of the thumbnails that some people will use for NoFap. It is crazy how many people want to bait you with this sexual desire and then justify themselves that they're doing for the greater good, and that these people that they're baiting in, that these people need the most help. And while that is true, this is definitely not the right way to bait someone into watching your videos. I know that was a bit off topic, but what I wanted to say is that if you do this NoFap challenge, which you definitely should, then your whole brain will just get rewired. You won't get baited in with these crappy thumbnails, and in general, you won't use 1 hour every day to waste on porn or something else. Can use your focus on the work that you do so that you will triple your work output and can definitely just live a better life, because this massive problem that you had, myself included, will be gone. So this was my 30-day NoFap challenge. I would definitely 100% advise you to start your own NoFap journey, and you will relapse. It is the simplest thing that I can say, but you will relapse, especially when it's your first try. I did this challenge for over half a year and relapsed every 1 or 2 weeks. Now, I did the 30-day NoFap challenge and I prepared myself with Safe Search and all of that stuff. But most importantly, I had developed my discipline and my willpower to a level so that I was able to withstand the sexual and the desire for porn, and therefore do it for over 30 days. What I have realized is that after the 30 days, that from now on I have built the normal habit of not fapping again. This was actually the step that I needed to take to break free from fapping almost daily after 7 years. And it was definitely the best step that I've taken so far. If I needed to give you another tip, then it is that even if you relapse, just start over with your NoFap journey as if nothing had happened. Let's say you are on day 20 and you get a really strong desire and you relapse. Then most people will get emotional. They will get angry at themselves for relapsing and therefore starting the whole cycle again. But what you need to do is to just keep going, to just forget about it, to just think that you're now on day 21 and that nothing has happened. Because this will get you to slowly forget about porn, about the desire, and about NoFap, so that you won't think of it as much as you did before. This was the tactic that I used and it was very successful for me. If you want me to try another challenge for 30 days, then please leave a comment down below. Always keep your focus on your purpose. See you next time.